Hello class, I'm Jeremy Jeffers. Today we're going to go over the proper way to inspect and put on and size a harness. It's very important that we know why to do this or how to do this because it's our life at risk when we're dealing with heights and wearing a fall rest system of some type. The first thing I want to go over as I'm handing them out is the different parts to inspect on a harness. Here you go, Vic. Here you go, Greg. And anytime you guys got any questions, just ask as we're going over this. The first thing that we want to do, grab the harness by the D-ring in the back, kind of shake it out here, get all the pieces unwound or unwrapped if they're tangled up. That's what we call shaking out a harness. The easiest way, like I said, grab this D-ring in the back. There's a little identification tag on the side of it, on the left-hand side of the harness here, white tag. It'll have an expiration date on it. It'll also have a weight limit on the side of it. So, some of the heavier people, if you're ever running a job and you have some heavier folks on your job, you may have to buy a larger harness that has a bigger capacity. But the capacity for these harnesses that we're dealing with today is 310 pounds. Can everybody see that on there? Yeah. The 310 pound capacity? All right. Yes. And it's all in compliance with OSHA and ANSI standards there. So our harnesses, those tags, they need to be on there, so we can be in compliance with OSHA and ANSI. So those are good. Everybody's is good. Something else we need to check is everywhere one of these straps are on your harness. If anybody's doing any kind of hot work with these harnesses, this right here, where these straps lay, is a really good place for hot pieces of metal when you're doing hot work to catch in there, and it'll burn your harness really easily. So, and I've had experiences in the past where I found that my harnesses were almost burned all the way in two right there. So you definitely want to check all these little cracks and crevices where these straps overlap and tie together. And we just want to check the overall straps, every bit of the straps on the harness, make sure that there's no rips or tears, visible cuts or anything, abrasions on them. We want to check all that. Any questions so far?
No.
All right.
No.
The next thing that we're going to do is I'm going to go over and show you step by step I'm going to put a harness on myself. And if you want to put it on as I'm putting it on, you can to practice. But to pass this part of the class, you will have to come up in front of the class and show me the proper way to put on a harness. So the first thing we're going to do, once again, as we're shaking it out, grab it by that D-ring. We got it all shook out. Then we can place the shoulder straps over our shoulders. All right. The next thing, and these aren't in any kind of order here as far as this goes, but the next thing I like to do is this chest strap. We'll place it across. It needs to be right about the bottoms of your underarms or your nipple line here, right across the center of the chest. And you want all these straps to be kind of snug also. All right. Everybody got that far? Mm-hmm. Yep. So we got that tight right here. All right. The next step, grab one of your leg straps from behind you, go between your legs and up through. And you want this to be snug. You don't want it to be extremely uncomfortable, but it's not going to be that comfortable to begin with. You want to be able to get a couple fingers in between that strap, but you don't want it to be loose because it can hurt you, a man or a woman, as far as being loose and subject to a fall. It can hurt your male parts. You want to make sure those are good and snug. Everybody's that far? Okay. All right, the next thing we'll do, these side straps here, you want everything to be snug. You don't want these to be really loose, so you can adjust those a little bit. Tighten those up just a little. Everybody's coming right along. Make sure those are all snug. You don't want any loose parts of this thing hanging out, so we got everything snug here. Everything's good.
Jeremy, would you check mine for me?
Yeah. Sure will. Come right up here.
Is this properly?
Yeah, you want that good and snug, yeah. Let's turn around, let's show everybody here. One other thing that you want to make sure that you check, this D-ring in the back, you want it in the center of your shoulder blades, right here. So you want that up there, everything's good, everything's good.
Thank you.
All right. So, Vic, if you want to, you can come back up and do your demonstration and show me and the class how you put the harness on. So you can go ahead and take it off and come up and put the harness on. I'll walk you through it. All right, so our first step is to shake it out, make sure everything's untangled. Then we'll throw it over our shoulder. You always want to check, make sure you're not twisted there in the back. It can be uncomfortable if you get a twist. Then we'll snap her across the chest here. Very good. Everything's snug. Get our leg straps between our legs. Come up. Want those good and snug. Get everything tied back here. You definitely don't want these things loose to where they can slide up and get you if you are in a fall. So you want them snug. It'll be a little uncomfortable to begin with, but you'll get used to it. Very good. That's it. Thanks a lot. And once again, check the D-ring in the back. Make sure it's in the center of your shoulder blades, just about where this one is. All right, class. Thanks.
Thank you.